Hello, everyone. Welcome to Creativity. I hope everyone has had a wonderful Sunday and is ready to get our Christmas series number 3 going on. I have been so excited to be in my room with you tonight. I am giving everybody just a moment to get on as I am getting everything set up on my end, getting connected to the internet on the desktop so I can see comments as they come in. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We've got some names to put in our summer splash um, promotion that is going on. Excuse me. I don't know about you, but it has been hot. I am located in Lexington, South Carolina, and it has been about 100 to 104 this weekend. So it has been extremely hot. Um, so let's see if we can get started here. Trying to get my desktop up. Okay, it's showing on the live. There we go. I got it now. This way I can see all comments as they come in. Welcome, everyone. I am thankful to be here with you. Again, this is Jennifer with Creativity. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am here tonight to have some crafting fun with you. And yes, it is all about Christmas in July. My family laughs at me about it, but Christmas is like my favorite. However, let me tell you the short story. Yesterday, it has been a very, very long time since my mom and I have went out and just did some shopping and window shopping. So yesterday, after leaving a family event, her and I decided to go out. I wanted some summer decorations for my work office, and there is no summer stuff. It's like fall and Halloween and Christmas. So I guess I missed that boat on summer. So we are getting ready to get in full swing of the fall stuff. No, I'm not going to decorate for fall yet, but it ain't going to be much longer. I that is another one of my favorites. So the quicker I can decorate for it, I am so happy for that as well. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Come on in. We are just getting started. I'm actually getting ready to flip my camera down so I can share some projects with you. I was just waiting to give everybody a moment to find me, and then we're going to get started. Couple of updates of things going on. I did have to reschedule my Christmas in July escape event, so I've had to move it to this coming Saturday. So for those that registered for that, thank you for understanding. But we had a death in our family, and the service was yesterday. So I needed to be there. My cousin lost her husband of about 33 years, so I wanted to make sure I supported her and be there for the family. Hello, Carol. Welcome. So Christmas in July Escape was rescheduled to next Saturday. So those that signed up for it, thank you so much. And for those that missed out, be on the lookout for the Fall Escape Retreat so you don't miss out on that because it's going to be a lot of fun as well. On Thursday, excuse me, Wednesday, I go live at 6:15 a.m. With a coffee and a card. So please come join me on Wednesday morning for that. And then on Thursday, I will be doing a craft along on Thursday at 7 o'clock. So make sure you come back then as well. And then I have my Sip and Kit Fellowship class on Saturday, the 26th from 10 a.m. until 12 p.m. And that is demonstrating our kits where you purchase, you come, you purchase, and we assemble the kits together. So if you are interested in the sipping kit class, reach out to me, make a comment in this video, and I would love to talk with you in detail about the sipping kit, what it is, how you get involved, all that kind of stuff. And then that is going to be a wrap on the July, and then we will get started into August schedule starting next week as well. You still have time to sign up for the August Creativity Club. So if you have not joined the Creativity Club, you want to do that as well. I will have the link in this video at the end so you can register for that. And it will give you all the details for that. And I will have all the projects ready to go by midweek. So I will be posting that so you can see what it is. All right, I think I'm ready to turn the camera over and let's get started on crafting. All right, so hopefully this is going to work. I had to plug my phone up today, so hopefully we don't die. Oh, Carol, you're from Lake Michigan. Oh, so when you say shoreline, Carol, does that mean like you're on a waterfront? Because if you're at the beach level, man, that is the way to go. I am about 2 hours away from my beach. We do have a lake, but I don't do too much at the lake. I'm more of a beach girl. So, but welcome. Thank you for joining. Hello, Karen. Welcome. Hope y'all are all doing well. All right. So I've had to switch our sand bucket over. And yes, what a fitting tin can this is, since we're doing Christmas in July. I had to turn this over to, because our name tags are getting full and my little sand bucket was overflowing. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. So what this is it is a summer promotion. So for every class you order, for every online order you place, or what was it? Every class you purchased, every order you placed, your name goes in the bucket. And in August, because it is my birthday month, we are going to be doing some celebrating, and I am going to be doing lots of drawings and giving away lots of prizes. So, oh, wow, Carol, a lighthouse. I bet that is beautiful. I am, like I said, I'm about 2 hours away from Charleston, South Carolina, where there is a beach. And off of that, there is a lighthouse place you can go. And when I was a Girl Scout leader, I took our Girl Scout troops there, and we actually went up into the lighthouse. That wasn't Charleston. I'm sorry. It was Tybee Island in Georgia. We took our kids, girls up through the lighthouse, and that was amazing to go up to the top of it. Wow, I bet that's pretty. But anyway, so summer promotion, every time you place an order or you attend, pay for a class, your name goes in the bucket. So since last Sunday, we have two names that need to go in the bucket. We have Dee that needs to go in the bucket. And then we also have Angie that needs to go in the bucket. All right. And I will narrow down what day we're going to do the drawing in August, so you will be aware and be able to be on the live that night. Hopefully you can join. All right, guys, it is time to move all this out of the way and let's get to crafting. Hello, Brenda. All right, so tonight we are in Christmas in July series number 3, and I am using the Shepherd's Care stamp set. This stamp set is a $1 million stamp set which means whenever, as a demonstrator, when you reach $1 million, you get to work with the staff at Stampin' Up! And make a stamp set of your choice, and publish it. So, yes, Carol, I do love our state, and we have so many beautiful places here. You are exactly right. I've never been to Michigan. I've seen lots of pictures, and it does look like there's a lot of beautiful places there as well. But the stamp set here, it is, like I said, $1 million stamp set. And the lady that designed it, her name is Carol. And so congratulations on $1 million in sales. And I love the stamp set. This set is not in our annual catalog. It is on the online store. So if you click the link on my video that says shop with me now and go to where it says online exclusives, you will see the stamp set in there. All right, so we are going to be using this one tonight. Now, I have 3 projects. This is a fun fold night. So with that means with a minimum order, hello Gay, with a minimum order of $35, you will be able to get these 3 cards for supplies. You will be able to get them for free. And I will do all the die cutting, all the cardstock prepping, but I cannot do any stamped images because that is against Stampin' Up! Policy. So, yes, Carol, you're exactly right. My bad. It is Cindy that did this stamp set. I am so sorry about that. Thank you for correcting me. This is Cindy's stamp set. Um, but when you place a minimum of a $35 order, you will get the cards made, supplies to make all the cards, but I cannot do the stamping like I said, because that is against the Stampin' Up! Policy. But I will do all your die cutting and all the cardstock cutting and things like that for you. So we're going to get started with, this is one of the first cards that we will do. So whenever you open this up, I've got the ribbon wrapped around there, and then you open this up, and it folds out like this. All right, so that is one of the first cards. Now the cardstock that I'm using is our Thick Bake Thick White. I am using Early Espresso. The ribbon it comes gold and silver trim combo pack, and we are using the gold out of it. Let's see. We are using our Stampin' Blends, which is the Stampin' Blends that I am using tonight is the Bronze and Ivory Stampin' Blends. And then the designer paper is the, let's see, what is it called? Seasons of Elegancy. And this is also an online exclusive paper. But here is, not sure why I have so many greens, but there's that. And then you got a red. Okay. There you go. And then, so you've got Pretty Peacock, Old Olive, and Mossy Meadow. And then your Cherry Cobbler, and then your Beige with the gold in it. And then when you turn it over, your back sides are solids. All right, so that is the designer paper that we will be using tonight. Put that down there. All right, so that is one of the cards. The other card that I'm going to be using is Early Espresso, Basic White, and the Elegant of Season Season of Elegance. There we go. Season of Elegance Designer Series paper. I used the Arch dies and then Early Espresso ink. My embellishments are the low profiles. And then this is a fun fold. So it opens up like that. So that is card 2. And then card 3, as I was cleaning my desk space, the cardstock matched the ink pad. So I got a boo-boo down here that I have to figure out how to fix. So we're going to just cover that up with my finger at the moment. But this one is the thick basic white cardstock, the Season of Elegant Designer Series paper. I used the nested dies and the stylish dies to cut both of these out, and then I embossed the star and Bethlehem there, and then I stamped it in cherry cobbler. And then the ribbon that I used is our new ribbon. This is you can find this on the online store, and this is called the Gold Striped Ribbon, and it's kind of see-through. So let's see if you can, if I do it this way, if it's better. There we go. You can see it that way. All right. So those are the cards that we will be making tonight. So let's get started, and hopefully you enjoy the projects that we are going to be making tonight. All right. So the first card that we're going to do is, let's go ahead and knock this one out since it's the basic card. So I've got all the pieces here pre-cut. So that did not take up time there. We're going to go ahead and get our stuff out. This one, like I said, I've got some fussy cutting to do along with the embossing. All right, we're going to take out our stamps. Here's our Bethlehem stamp and then our star. And then I left the inside of this one blank. So we won't need anything there. We need our cherry cobbler ink. All right, we're going to do our cherry cobbler ink. And then we've got our heat embossing stuff right here. I've got the gold stamping embossed powder. And then I've got my heat gun on the side table here, so we are ready to go. So we're going to take our cardstock here, and we're going to fold it. We are going to take our foam folder, and we're going to run it across the end there to give it that good sweep. We're going to take our DSP that we have, and if you place an order and I send you these projects, you will get a PDF file emailed to you that has all the instructions step by step and along with all the measurements. So you will be good to go in being able to assemble your cards. All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to put back here. And then we're going to set it right onto the card base. All right. Now we're going to take our ribbon, excuse me, we're going to take our ribbon and we're going to open the card up and we're going to line this on the inside of our card. And then we're going to take this and you're going to try to get it in about the middle of your card. And you'll understand in a minute why I said in the middle. So we're going to leave it right there, and we're going to just put a little bit of adhesive right there. And then we're going to put our ribbon down. Okay? Now we're going to take this ribbon, and we're going to match it. So you're going to take your snips, and you're going to cut that off, and then again, you're going to put just a little bit of adhesive. You can use glue if you're using glue or whatever tape runner you use. I am using the Stampin' Up! Stampin' Seal. And then there is the ribbon so you don't see where it's put together. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to set this to the side, and now we're ready to do our stamping and our little fussy cutting. So let me get my scrap here. Thought I had a piece. All right, so we are going to take our, we're going to take our ink pad now, and we are going to stamp our sentiments. All right, and we're going to stamp that in the cherry cobbler. So I am going to just tap that into the cherry cobbler, and we are going to stamp our sentiments straight onto our tag here. All right. And then we are done with that, so we're going to go ahead and get that cleaned off. Okay. And now that is good to go. We are going to close this ink pad up so I do not put my hands back in that. And now we are ready to stamp our little Bethlehem and our star. And then we're going to heat emboss it. So I'm going to start with the Bethlehem, and we're going to do that toward the bottom. So I'm going to take my buddy and run it across the bottom. Buddy gets your static out of your cardstock. So when you go to stamp, you don't get a lot of the leftovers onto your project. So I'm going to take my Versamark ink, and I'm going to tap my Bethlehem stamp into it. We're going to take then, and we're going to stamp it down at the lower bottom of the label. And by the way, this label came out of the Nested Essential Dies, and I used the bigger banner die here is what I used. All right, so we've done our embossing. Now we're ready to sprinkle our embossing powder over it. So what I'm going to do is move my tray over here, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to sprinkle it onto my card base. All right, and then I want to make sure I got it very good, so I'm going to do it again. All right, and that way, making sure I've got it all covered. Now we're going to take and do our heat gun. This will just take 1 second, and it'll change colors when it is ready. And there we go. It's starting to turn. Beautiful. Should have used my tweezers. My fingers are getting hot. All right, there we go. All right, so there is that. Now we got to do our star real quick. I didn't want to do both at the same time because if you touch it, it can mess up. All right, so now it's time for the star. We're going to stamp our star into the Versamark, and we're going to stamp that right there. And then we're going to sprinkle the embossing powder over it again. While I am doing this, has anybody started on their Christmas cards yet? I know last year by doing the Christmas in July, I got a big jump start on my Christmas cards. So it really helped me get started. But has anybody started their cards yet? Drop a comment. I would love to hear if you have. Or do you even send Christmas cards? That's the other thing. As demonstrators, we tend to make a lot of cards and then not always get them out. But Christmas, I do get my cards out. I am working on getting better at sending cards. So now I challenge myself to weekly mail outs. So here we're going to do a little fussy cutting. We're going to take our snips and we're going to cut around our star. And if you have not started your cards, the kits by placing the $35 order and getting these 3 cards for free, that is a great way to get started on your cards because it's all the work's done for you. The other way to do that is attend classes when demonstrators post on doing in-person classes or online classes. Because I do both. I offer both online. Anything that I do in person is available for online. So if you're in another state, that is okay too, because I can always send you the supplies and the tutorial to do the projects. So anytime you place an order, anything that I do is in person or online. I offer both. All right. So, and I'm looking at right now, I do my monthly in-person card classes the second Monday of every month. I am looking at doing another class on a different day. So I'm trying to get feedback as to what other day besides Monday would work for you. So if you are interested, but Mondays just don't work for you, drop a comment and let me know, and I will reach out to you and talk with you in detail to see if I can help get something put together besides my Monday class. All right, so here we go. Let's get started in assembling our card. Now we are going to put this together with shucks, dimensionals. For there, we're gonna get our dimensionals out, and then we will get ready to get started assembling our card. Now, we are going to take, and I'm going to do 4 dimensionals, 2 in each of the corners, and then I'm going to put 1 in the center so it does not sag. That's the last thing I want to see is a saggy card. So let's do this. We're going to take these and go off like this. We're going to take our pick tool and we're picking the backs of them off. Let me drop them in the trash. Now, where you put your ribbon together, we're going to put this right over that, and that way there is no sticky left on there. The star, what I did with the star is I took 1 dimensional and I stuck it right in the center. And because that center is the size of the dimensional, you do not see it. So we're going to take our star and we are going to stick it right up at the top here. We're going to take our tag and we're going to put 3, we're going to do 3 dimensionals. All right. And we're going to take these out. And then this is going to slide right in between. Uh-oh. You know what I forgot to do? We need to take our ribbon. I took a piece of this ribbon and I wrapped it around the end cap here. You know what? Let's take this dimensional off here. All right. We're going to take this and we're going to tie it in a knot right on the end cap. So we're going to just go ahead and stick it on. Oh, I'm out of the camera. I'm sorry. We're going to take our ribbon and stick it on here. And once I get ready to pull it, there we go. We're going to slide it down. We're going to pull that. And then you're going to just tie a knot in it. All right. All right. Now we're going to take our snips again, and you're ready to cut the ribbon there. All right. And we're going to take that off. Now, since I took that one off, let's go ahead and put another one on here. Okay. All right. There we go. And also, during the video, if you are watching the replay and you are interested in a class, reach out to me, and I will be happy to talk with you in detail about classes because I am trying to add more things to the schedule. All right, so now we're ready to take our embellishments, which are the low profile, and we are going to take the gold ones. We're going to take two of the big ones, and we're going to stick one there, and we're going to take a little one, and we're going to stick it right there. So there is card number 1. All right. And I didn't do anything on the first envelope, but what we can do is take the Bethlehem, and you can sit here and emboss it on your envelope. And let's see what this does. All right. Now we're going to do the heat gun one more time. There we go. All right, so here is card number 1 with the envelope with it. So, so pretty. This is a beautiful stamp set. Cindy, when she developed it, she did a video not too long ago for demonstrators, and it highlighted her reasoning behind picking the set and how she drew it out with the Stampin' Up team. So wonderful statements that she made and testimonies that she shared with us in regards to doing this set. So, great stamp set. If you don't have it, I truly recommend getting it because it is a great set. All right, so let's put our embossing powder back into our bucket here because we can use that at a later time. And then let's get to the next project. All right. Oops. Okay. So I'm going to set that off to the side. All right. And then I'll bring the cards back out at the very end once we have all the cards done. Let me clean the cards real quick. I am just rubbing my stamp set on the chamois. And if you don't know what the chamois is, it is just a piece of foam that you put water on and it cleans your stamp sets. All right. So there is all of that. Now, let's see, what is the next card we're going to do? Where are the cards? Okay, here we go. Let's do let's do this card next. All right, so we are going to take our, oh goodness, lost train of thought. We've got early espresso cardstock. We have our basic white cardstock. We have another sheet of basic white. And then the Seasons of Elegance designer series paper. Then I have a piece of embossed basic white cardstock, and I use the number 4 in the arch dies. Now, if you haven't ever seen our arch dies, these are the arch dies, and I use number 4 going in. So this is 1, 2, 3, and then this one here is the one that I used for. So these are wonderful dies to have. You can do all sorts of things with them. So again, if you don't have them, I recommend them. They are called Everyday Arch Dies. All right, so let's assemble our cards. We are going to do some stamping first, and then we will assemble the card. Because I like to stamp, because if you all mess up, then you can have a redo without actually starting all over. I am going to be stamping in the early espresso tonight. So for the inside of this card, I did stamp a sentiment. Sometimes I do leave the insides blank, but tonight, because I know with my Christmas cards, I don't leave them blank. I do stamp sentiments in them, and then I write messages also. So we're going to stamp in early espresso, and this one says, praying that you will feel the Good Shepherd's care in this season and throughout the coming year. So I kind of stamped this at the bottom because you've got room to write your message, and then you can sign your name down at the bottom. So that's kind of why I stamped it at the bottom. Now we are ready to stamp our shepherd. And I'm going to do it again in early espresso, and I'm going to just tap it. And then it goes directly in the center of the arch. Okay. And the great thing about this set is it doesn't really require any coloring because it is just so gorgeous. All right, so I'm not sure what I did with my little tag, so I need to cut a little piece out for the sentiment here. Let me get my cutter here. I think that'll be long enough. We're going to just cut just a little strip. Let's try 3/4 of an inch. And I believe that's going to be too fat. It's probably a 1/2 of an inch. Yep, let's go 1/2. So we're going to just cut a little strip and we're going to make it a 1/2 of an inch. There we go. All right. Now we're going to stamp our sentiment with this one. And what did I use on here? Peace on Earth. Okay, here it is. So we're going to tap it into our early espresso. And we're going to stamp it directly onto our label. And thank goodness that worked out because that's really close. And then I took my snips and I turned it and gave it just a little arch here. Okay, so there is that. And now we're ready to assemble our card. So we've got our base. Let's go ahead and close up our ink so we don't get that tangled in. Also, if you don't mind clicking the like button on my Facebook page, sharing my video and following me, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're watching me on YouTube, if you'll go up to the top of the page and click the little bell, and give me a thumbs up, that helps me grow my business, and I greatly appreciate the support and the help of sharing my passion for paper products with you. So help me out and follow me on Facebook, like my video, share my video, and let's keep sharing the love of paper crafting with others. So we're ready to assemble our card. So we're going to go ahead and put this on the inside of our card, just like that. Now we have our fold, so we're going to fold our card just like you would a regular card. And this right here is where it's going to make it a fun fold. So we're going to take the top part and we're going to fold it back, and it's going to match the back of the card, which is leaving this portion open. All right. So now what we're going to do is take our other piece of basic white and our designer series paper, and you're going to want to put your designer paper, adhere it to your cardstock. Okay. You are going to want to put that just like that. Now we are going to attach this with our dimensionals onto the designer series paper. And what I did is I kind of put 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, and then 1 on each side. And then I did put a middle row. Yes, I did. I'm not going to story. Y'all know me by now. I am a dimensional person. So yes, I did load my thing up with dimensionals. So I'm not going to lie. We're going to make 3 rows of dimensionals. All right. So now we're going to take this and we're going to put it right in the center of our card. Our sentiment here, I just ran my adhesive runner across the back of it, and then I just placed it right in the center. Now, this is the part that you have to be careful with for this fun fold. You are wanting to line it up with your white on the inside of your card, and that way, when you hold the card up, you do not know that the card is folded differently. But what you want to make sure is you don't put your adhesive over the entire back. You only want to put it on that one strip. So we're going to just put a couple of strips going down, and I did 2 rows. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to line it up with my cardstock there on the inside. So this way it stays. And I am going to drop it down and squish it. That gives us our fun fold kind of Z-type card there. And then when it closes, you don't know that it's going to open differently. All right. So we are ready for our embellishments. Again, I used the low profile gold embellishments that's on here. And I did a big one up here. And then I did a small one down here. And then we are going to do another big one. And we're going to do it right there. All right. So there is card number 2. Now what I did for this envelope is I stamped the lamb down in the bottom, but I don't really like that. So I am going to leave this envelope blank for the moment until I decide what I am going to do. You know what? I do know what I can do. let's see. We can take, hold on one second. It just came to my mind. We can take a piece of our paper here. I'm going to like this better. We're going to take this and we are going to put it on our flap. Just like that. There we go. We're going to run our tape adhesive across it. Get it really sticky. Okay. We're going to open up our envelope. We're going to take our designer paper. We're going to line it up where the envelope folds. And then we're going to squish it down. Okay. We're going to lift it up. We're going to take our snips. And we're going to go around the top part of our envelope. Okay, and then we're going to twirl this around this side. There we go. Awesome. Glad I thought of that. So now this matches your card and you're not sending out a naked envelope. Or you can do what I did on this one and stamp the lamb down in the bottom corner. So that is card number 2. So let's move on to card number 3. All right, so card number 3 was the fun fold like this. You've got your flap, and then you open it up, and then you had your inside. Now, the dies that I used for the early espresso and the basic white, oh gosh, guys, these dies, I just got them, and they are so gorgeous. I have not made many projects with them yet. So be on the lookout. We're going to have more projects. But these are the textured note dies. And they come like this, and they have designs on them. And they're amazing. Oh, they're so beautiful. But these are the textured note dies. So I used this big die right here, the out die. And then I also used the little inside die, which was the basic white. All right. Now, let's get our project started. This one was a little tricky. I'm not going to lie. It took me a moment, so hopefully I have it assembled correctly. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to take your basic white cardstock and you're going to fold it where it is scored and run your bone folder across. And now we're going to take our designer series paper and we're going to adhere it to the front of our card. All right. So let's just go ahead and knock this out of the part by putting this down on our cardstock. Okay, so let's do our stamping and then we can assemble the inside. All right, so for this, we're going to take our basic white. We are going to take our early espresso ink, and we also will need our embossing stuff again. Okay. We're going to take our stamp. Actually, let's move that up here. Let's do our star first. So then we will see how much space we have to play with. So I'm going to take my bunny buddy and rub the top. We're going to take our star and stamp it into the Versamark. And we're going to stamp our star straight down. And then we're going to take our embossing powder and we're going to sprinkle it all over that and knock it off. And I always do it twice just so I can make sure I've got it covered. We're going to take our embossing heat gun, and we're going to knock it off by embossing it. Okay, come on. There we go. All right. While we have this out for the envelope, I stamped the star. Where did I put the envelope? For the envelope, I did the star. So I am going to go ahead and do that while we have the embossing stuff out. And then I can put all this up and we won't get it everywhere. So we're going to just stamp that. We're going to take and sprinkle our goodie powders, our embossing powder all over it. All right, we're going to do it one more because, like I said, I normally do my embossing powder twice, and that way I know I've got it good and covered. Do the heat gun one more time. All right, so there's the envelope, so we can just set that to the side. Now we can put the embossing powder up. All right, we're going to knock this out. Okay. Almost done. I try to keep my videos to an hour, so we're almost at the hour mark, but we're wrapping this one up, so hang tight, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this. Now, we have a Christmas series next Sunday, and I do not have a theme for that other than Christmas in July. So if there's some type of card, Christmas card related that you are looking for, reach out to me, let me know so we can try to do it. I am open for suggestions. Also, if you've seen something in the catalog or online, and you would like to see a presentation on it, reach out to me for that as well, because I am open to trying and doing different things to share the Stampin' Up! Product as much as I can. All right. Uh-oh. Okay. It'll work. Never mind. All right. So we're going to take our ink and we're going to stamp our sentiment in our ink. And then we're going to stamp our message right under that. Now we are going to put it on our early espresso. We're ready to take our basic white here, and we're going to put our adhesive on the back, and then we're going to put this right in the pad there. Now, if you wanted your white to be bigger, you are more than welcome to do that. I just cut mine down. So that's not a big thing. All right, so now we need to stamp our shepherd for the front of our card. Okay. And then we're going to take him, and he is just going to go right there. Oh, I love that. All right, so then what I did is I took our blends, and because this one came out a little darker than my sample, I'm going to just take the ivory and color this. And we are not going to use very much of the bronze. We're going to just leave it just like that. But what I will do is take the bronze and do the headband around the shepherd. Okay? Perfect. So there is that. Now, here is our part that we have to do right in order for it to be a beautiful fun fold. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our, where I have it folded at or scored, we want to take this and make sure that when this closes over, you look like this. So it looks like it's just a fraction too long. So let's take this and take our little cutter here and let's cut off just a little bit. And that way it doesn't hang over the card when you go to close it up. So what we're going to do is on the back side of the fold, you're going to want to take your adhesive and put down the back side there. Hello, Becky. And you're going to open your card base down and you're going to match the edge of your card base to your fold of this card. All right, so something like that. What you're going to do is take your inside then and put your adhesive down on it, go across different times, and then you're going to cover up where that folds in on the inside of your card so you don't see it. All right, there we go. Now when the card folds, hold on. When the card then folds like it should, hopefully, looks like my fold's in the wrong, hold on. I didn't score it in the right spot, obviously. Alright, we got this. Hold on, guys. We are going to just make a new fold. So it is going to be just fine. There we go. And that way it lay flat. So there is our fold. So when you open it up, then it's like this. Okay. We need to take our design here and it's going to go straight onto the front of our card. So it's going to be just like this. So we're going to go ahead and put our adhesive on the back side. And this is going to go here. Then we need to take our twine ribbon, our gold trim ribbon, and we're going to, again, it's just going to wrap around the flap of the fun fold part. And we're just going to do this. And then you're going to tie a knot, or you can tie a bow, whichever you choose. I am going to just go ahead and do the knot. And I'm trying to make it as snug as I can so it doesn't get too loose. Come on. And be careful when you pull it tight that you don't pull it too tight because it will tear your cardstock. All right. So there is our third card. That is our fun fold. So it's going to open like that. Okay. We need to put our, oh, we didn't do embellishments on this card. So we're good. All right. So then we've got our envelope to match our cards. All right, so let's go ahead and pull out our projects for tonight. We did 3 projects using the Shepherd's Care stamp set. Like I said at the beginning, this is an online exclusive stamp set. If you're interested in it, click on the link in the video and it will take you to my online store. And you can go to where it says online exclusives and look through it to find the stamp set, or up at the top in the search bar, you can just type Shepherd's Care and it will pull it up as well. Remember, the projects that we did tonight is Fun Fold Christmas Series 3, and they are free with a minimum of a $35 order. So if you place a $35 order, I will send you the projects that we have made tonight. So there are 2 of the projects, and then here is the third project. And I will send you all supplies to do the cards with. I just cannot do any of the stamping. All right, guys, there is the 3 projects. I'm trying to figure out how to get them on the screen so you can see them. These are the 3 projects for tonight. I hope you enjoyed them. Thank each and every one of you for being here with me. And if there's anything that I can help you do, I would be glad to reach out to talk with you. Just let me know. All right, guys, I will be back on Wednesday, July, what is Wednesday? July 23rd at 6:15 a.m. for Coffee and a Card. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.